name is Lavanya, but they call me Ye. If you can read, you've seen the title. I went on Instagram and I put up a poll asking my friends whether they wanted a Crumbl cookie review or a story time. And it was kind of like 50-50. I just decided, let's just make everybody happy. So I'm gonna give y'all both. Get a thumbnail in. Okay, this is gonna be my first time trying Crumbl cookie. I did my research and they come up with flavors like every week or every month. So you can only get certain flavors certain weeks if they decide to make it. And this is a $1 billion company. So these better be some $1 billion cookies, okay? If you bought them one by one, it would be like $5.49 per cookie. So yeah, it better be given $1 billion cookie. Now I haven't opened it yet because I wanted it to be a surprise, but if you can tell how the stickers are a little bit ruffled, I wanted to open it earlier, but I got lazy and I was like, forget it. I'm gonna just save it for the video. I'm gonna be so mad if my cookies aren't cute. They're cute. This is what they look like. I'm trying to give y'all a really good view. Don't lie, I don't remember the names of any of these cookies. This one looks so good. I think this one was like a hazelnut. You know what? I'm gonna put the name at the top of the screen and just show you the cookie because I don't remember the names. It's so freaking cute. Let's see how it breaks. Ooh. It has a nice little chocolate filling. It smells like a chocolate chip cookie. This shit make me want to slow dance. I was so scared to try this because I've been seeing reviews about the cookies being undercooked. Mine is the perfect texture. It's a little crunchy on the edges. I rate that cookie a 10 out of 10, but I'm greedy, so this one is giving birthday cake. Let's see how it breaks. It smells really good. Focus on the damn cookie camera. Oh. That's giving, somebody got some vanilla milk, some vanilla extract, some condensed milk, and some flour. Put it in a bowl, aggressively mixed it, and added more sugar. That shit's nasty. Not fucking with that. Next cookie. Oh, Lord. Bitch, that almost gave me a heart attack. Where is my water? Oh, Lord. I'm not even being dramatic. Where I'm not being dramatic, that is sugary. I don't even know if I rated the last two, but I feel like those cookies are not for my taste. They're for a 5-year-old who's just now getting into the swing of treats and sweet things, and they like it extra sweet. That shit's gross. This one is so cute. They're all so cute. Ooh. Yes, that cookie is good. Whoever made that one, they need their butt ate. Let me just say this. I don't understand how the fuck we are in the middle of a recession and y'all are spending $5.49 per cookie on Crumbl. Y'all are making these people a $1 billion brand. Let me remind you again, we're in the middle of a recession. People cannot buy homes. People are starving and y'all spending $5.49. I mean, do what you will with your money. I'm not saying, but something ain't adding up. I'm gonna talk about it, didn't I? I would not buy that again. I would just bake my shit at home. Some of those cookies were good, but it's giving Subway. Like, I can get a better cookie at Subway. Next. Okay, let's talk about my first time at the garden. So I had a friend at the time, we're gonna call him Nick. Nick was a very heavy smoker. But another thing I forgot to mention is the reason why I didn't smoke is because I'm already a bigger girl and I don't know why I felt like I might need to run one day. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, I need my lungs. I need to be able to breathe. I can't be out here smoking day, afternoon, and night. What if something happens and I have to run? I'm not gonna be able to breathe because I already can't run. I don't know why that was my thought process, but that's why. That was the whole entire reason why I didn't smoke. Not because it can slow my thinking process down, not because my lungs could implode and fall out my ass. No, because I wanted to be able to run. So smart of me, right? I wanted to try edibles, and at the time, there was somebody around the school selling edibles. So I go to my best friend, Nick, and I'm like, if I give you the money, could you bring me back the edible? He like, I got you. I'm gonna give it to you at lunch hour. Lunch hour rolls around, and I'm excited to do drugs. Wasn't I such a smart ass kid? Anyway, and it's the size of a cosmic brownie. Keep that in mind. I get it. I go to my lunch table with my little group of friends, and they all asking for a piece. And in my head, I'm thinking, I'm responsible for me. If I give y'all a piece and y'all go acting a rat's ass, it's gonna fall back on me. Because that's what kind of friends I had in high school. One went down, the whole fucking ship is going down. I'm like, no. But knowing them, they'll fuck around, snatch that shit out of my hand. So I ate the whole brownie. Remember, this is the size of a cosmic brownie. A cosmic brownie is like that big. Imagine a cosmic brownie split into 4 pieces. Now you were supposed to eat one of those 4 pieces out of the brownie. I ate the entire thing. But I didn't think nothing of it. For some reason, I thought I was just invincible. Nothing could faze me. Even though I never had an edible a day in my life. I never even had so much as a drop of alcohol. My sobriety was on a clean slate. I just knew I was invincible and the edible was not gonna affect me because that's how everybody else acted. Like people that I viewed myself tougher than, I would look at them and they'd be like, yeah, it wasn't nothing for real. It wasn't all that. The edible wasn't hitting on nothing. I'm stronger than you, so if it did nothing to you, it's definitely not gonna do anything to me. I was wrong as fuck. I was definitely wrong as fuck. And 5 minutes go past, so I'm not feeling anything. I'm still sitting at the lunch table. I get in line. And let me give you all some background about me. The type of person I was in school, I was always talking to somebody, laughing and giggling around somebody, in somebody's face, chitter-chattering. But once I got in line, it just felt like all my thoughts were erased. I felt stuck. I felt blank, like a blank sheet of paper. And I just stood there. I remember people talking around me. I mean, I could hear them talking, but I'm not hearing what they're saying. I'm just hearing noise. So I grab my food and I go to sit down and I still just feel like blank. I feel like I can't really speak. I don't feel the need to speak. And they had a new janitor there at the time. It was a nigga I had never seen before. He had gray and white hair all around his head, and then the top was just bald. I took one look at him and I started dying. Boy, you would have thought Kevin Hart was in the building the way I was dying. My friend Nana was sitting next to me and she was like, girl, what are you laughing at? And I showed her. She started laughing too. Started looking at the way she looked when she laughed, and that makes me laugh even more. She had 2 braids in her hair and she looked like a cartoon squirrel. Not literally, but that's what she was reminding me of in that moment. And I'm just looking at her like, wow, this is fried as fuck, and I'm dying. I'm no longer dying at the bald nigga. I'm laughing at the way my friend is turning into a cartoon squirrel. And then she's laughing because I'm laughing, and then her laugh is making me laugh harder, so I'm just laughing. Then I start looking around me. Turns out, everybody looked crazy as fuck. Everybody looks silly as hell. So I'm trying to make myself stop laughing because at this point I've been laughing for an uncomfortable amount of time, right? I realized I cannot stop laughing. So I leave my friend group and I go way across the cafeteria away from them to put my head down because the way they looking is unusual. I don't know what's going on, but it's making me laugh uncontrollably to the point my stomach hurts. I have my head down at the lunch table and I hear somebody call my name. I look and it's Nana. And I get to laughing. I remember I felt a teardrop because I'm laughing, but I'm crying at the same time because I'm in pain. Nana is walking towards me. Lavanya, what's wrong? I said, please, for real, get away from me. Just like that, but I'm laughing. I can't really fake the laugh. So she goes back and I put my head back down. And it feels like time is going so slow at this point. It feels like I've been in this cafeteria for 2 whole hours now, but I've only been there maybe 20 minutes now. Then a teacher comes and asks me if I'm okay. Why do I not seem okay to everybody? Now I'm freaking out. Why is everybody asking me if I'm okay? Am I not okay? So I'm freaking out. Like, what do I look like? But I'm trying to play it cool because I'm like, can't hint to anybody that I'm high. To play it cool. And I'm like, I'm okay. I just need to go get some water and go to the restroom. And she's like, okay, honey, go do what you need to do. So I leave. For the hallways just being super quiet. Like, it was, y'all know what a quiet hallway sounds like. It was very eerie. And as I'm walking, it feels like I'm teleporting. Like, I swear to God, I would blink and it felt like everything would go black and then I'll be 3 feet ahead. It sounds like I'm just blinking, but I swear to God, I would blink, open my eyes, and everything's still dark. It was weird. I was teleporting is what it felt like. And I teleported my ass to that bathroom to look in the mirror to make sure, like, I look normal. Because why is everybody asking me, am I okay? I look normal. I just look depressed. Because I was depressed. I was high as fuck. At this point, I'm tore up for real, for real. So I'm thinking like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I gotta get this high off of me, out of me. It gotta go. So I think back like, what if I do what they do in the movies when they just like too drunk or too tore up and they pour cold water on their face? So I splash cold water in my face, look in the mirror, stare at myself to try to figure out if I'm still high. I'm still high. So I splash some more water on my face, look in the mirror, high as fuck. Splash some more on my face. Probably higher than I was 2 seconds ago at this splash, at this point. So I'm just rubbing the cold water on my face, Then the bell rings. I'm really panicking because I'm thinking, okay, my next class is all the way on the other side of the school. How am I gonna make it there if I'm teleporting? I felt like I had no control over like sense of direction. I just did not feel right, okay? But luckily I called my best friend Nick in the hallway and I was like, Nick, I need you bad right now. Like, I need you to walk with me to this class. If you don't walk with me to this class, I might die. It was that serious. It was that serious. And then I'm also freaking out because my next class is chemistry. This is a science teacher. This is a lady who studied biology, chemistry, anatomy. She can look me in my eyes and know something is off. She gonna look, I felt like at the time she was gonna be able to read my mind, like she had some sort of magical powers and be like, yeah, you're high. I know it 100%. I don't know why I thought that. So now I'm really scared. But I tell myself, I'm just gonna tell her I don't feel good today. And I knew I was in trouble because this was one of the classes that I really liked. So I was always engaging, like always raising my hand, always answering questions. I was one of those. I was a chatterbox, still a chatterbox. That's why I'm starting a YouTube channel, because all I do is talk. So I knew if I wasn't engaging in class that day, she was gonna know something was off. But luckily, she had a documentary on that day. So I just put my head down. I told her I didn't feel good. She asked me if I needed to go to the nurse. I lied. I said I already went. And I slept for that class. Well, I tried to sleep. Let me tell you what happened when I tried to go to sleep. So I had a dream. Right hand up to God. I swear to God, if I'm lying, I'm dying tonight. Strike me right now on some Kevin Gates type shit. Well, Kevin Gates be lying. So just believe me, for real. I'm so for real. I had a dream that this little goblin guy came up to me and he was like, oh.
So you want to do drugs? I'm gonna show you what happens to people who do drugs.
And then he grabbed me up, put me on a roller coaster, and the roller coaster went high. The roller coaster went past the sky. The higher it got, the more the sky turned red and the darker it got. And then once it got to the very top, it dropped down full speed, 100 miles per hour. I'm like roller coasters. I was freaking out. In my dream, I was holding on to the little railing and I'm shaking like, scared for my life. I feel like I'm dying. Luckily, the person who was sitting next to me this class, shook my shoulder and they were like, "Are you okay?" And then, y'all, this is actually, saying this out loud, it sounds like a sad story because how many people asked me if I was okay? So many people are asking me if I am okay. You could tell I felt like I was dying. Anyway, yeah, I woke up, I was like, yeah, I'm okay, thank you. At this point, it's almost time to go to the next class, but we still have the lights off. And I'm not gonna lie, I start crying. I dropped a couple tears because 1, I knew it was dark. Wouldn't anybody be able to see me? 2, I'm thinking to myself like, yeah, I'm gonna have to call my dad and tell him that I need to go to the hospital. I'm gonna have to either go to the nurse or call my dad and tell him to come get me ASAP. I need to go to the hospital. But then I start thinking, if I snitch, if I go to the nurse, I'm gonna have to explain where I got this from. And it could get other people in so much trouble. So I have to avoid that. I think my dad had to work that day, so I really had to avoid that. Imagine me calling him, crying to him, telling him to come get me at school because I'm high. My dad never whooped me, but I just felt like I would get my ass tore up if I pulled some shit like that. So I didn't even think to do it. I was like, I'm gonna just have to thug it out like the G I thought I was when this all started. I get to my next class, I go in the back and I go to sleep. And somebody wakes me up again to ask me if I'm okay. I'm okay. I go to the next class, go to sleep again, the whole entire class. And then y'all, this is so crazy because I never slept in school. Like, sleeping in school was just not in my ministry. It's not even because I wasn't sleepy, because I was just as sleepy as everybody else. It's people play too much in school. You will go to sleep, wake up, next thing you know, you bald-headed because somebody decided to joke and cut your hair off. I'm not even putting myself in that position because I will burn the fucking school down. So I avoided that. I just couldn't help it. I had to sleep. Then it was finally time to go home. I fell asleep on the bus. I would never fall asleep on the bus because if I missed my route, I felt like there would be nobody to wake me up to tell me that this is my bus stop. But luckily, it was a nice kid sitting next to me. He woke me up to let me know it was time to get off the bus. I was still high. This is about 2 to 3 hours later. I'm still higher than I ever been before. Now I'm like, okay, I cannot go home high. I have to get this high out of my body. What could I do? So I'm thinking maybe if I eat, it'll somehow help. So y'all know what I ate? I went in Family Dollar and I got some hot Cheeto Puffs and a Starbucks coffee. I went and injected myself with pounds of sugar, with a bottle of sugar and Red 40, thinking that was gonna help me. Hell no, that didn't help. I even have footage of that day. I remember eating it. I might insert the footage because I looked crazy. Yeah, what I tell you. But that didn't help. When I remember, I had to be picked up from the bus stop. So my dad came to get me. I said hi. I told him I didn't feel good. So I wasn't with the conversation that day. He took it as it was. He kept it P, didn't speak to me. I went in my room and I started eating the snacks that I got from Family Dollar and I went to sleep. And I'm telling myself as I'm falling asleep, like, okay, when I wake up, the high is gonna be gone. I'm gonna feel better. Everything's gonna be back to normal. I can live my normal life again. I woke up the next day, still high as fuck. Still high as fuck. So I'm scared for real now. Nobody told me that they were high for 2 days. So I tell my dad, I feel even worse today. I can't go to school. He's like, all right. I hope my dad doesn't see this video. All right, he lets me stay home. At this point, I'm texting the guy who actually sells the brownies. And I'm asking him like, am I supposed to feel like this? This is the second day, I'm still high. Should I go to the doctor? He's like, are you sure? Nigga, yeah. He was like, no, you just need to get some real food in your system. Once you eat, you'll feel better. All right. Next thing I know, 2 minutes later, my dad come in that house with a big old box of chicken minty for me. I'm gonna insert what chicken minty is for y'all so y'all understand how much food I had. Yeah, I tore that down. Still high. I'm still high after I ate all that food. But I'm like, maybe I need to eat some more. My parents go out to Culver's. They like, you want anything? I'm like, yeah, bring me a kid's meal. Tore that kid's meal down. Still high. Maybe I need more food. Ate some fruit. Tore that fruit down. Still high. Ate a donut. Tore that donut down. Guess what? Bitch, I'm still high. At this point, I don't want to text the guy again who made the edibles because I don't want him to be scared about what's going on with me. So I don't tell anybody what's going on because I'm trying to figure out what's going on with myself first. Long story short, for the next 2 days, I was high. Yeah. I took it on a Wednesday. Thursday was the day I told my dad I was sick, so I didn't go to school. But Friday, I feel like, okay, I can't miss this day. I can't keep missing school. I have to go to school Friday. But Friday I was still high. I remember being at the lunch table eating, it was like a them little brownies, unspiked brownie. I'm gonna insert a picture. And I remember everything moving in slow motion. It even felt like I was chewing in slow motion. I was chewing like a fucking llama. I made it through that day without going to sleep. I just barely talked that day. And then Saturday, Sunday, I just slept a lot. And by Monday, I was fine. If y'all want to be a part of what you see on this page, you need to be in that comment section commenting what you want to see. I need to see some action in that comment section, baby. Here to talk to me. You can also be very interactive with my page if you follow me on my Instagram. I post a lot of my posts. I post questions. Follow me on the ground. But that's the end of the video. Moral of the story is stay away from drugs. Don't be a follower. Even if you feel like you want to try it just because you want to try it and you're not really being a follower, don't do it. Or at least don't try it at school. I will see y'all next time. Thank you for watching the video.